Hello and welcome to Next Bag Cornhole. My name is Jack, and today we are back with another bag review. We are reviewing the KOs by Kontraband Athletics, Cameron Belvin Signature Series bags. This is a stylish, fast, small template bag, and if you really good for those, medium to slow board conditions that you might run across at a, random event, and if you need that kind of bag in your arsenal, this is feels really great. So let's jump into it. Speeds and materials. The slow side of this bag, they say it's a 6. It plays more like a 7 to me, and the material that the bag is, sort of bears out that it's probably a 7 and not a 6. This material is the Viper material without the dots. Feels like that material. I've compared it to some of my Vipers, and it really feels like the exact same material. It's great. It's hole friendly. So if you like the Viper slow side, this bag is right there. It plays like a 7, which is a beat faster than, a Viper with the dots on it. Even worn down a little bit, it does play a beat faster than that. So in my opinion, the slow side's a 7. The fast side is very similar to the slow side. There are instances where I've thrown both sides of this bag and not known if I just threw the fast side or the slow side. It's really close. The materials feel really close. They feel close in your hand. When you look at it and compare them, the pattern is super similar. The only thing that I can think of is it might be the backside of the same material. Because, it does, in my opinion, if it's not all in my head, it does feel just a beat faster. If I had to put numbers to it, I would say we have a 7-8 bag. We've got a 7 on the slow side and an 8 on the fast side. And even then, I've had instances where they felt like they were very, you could switch from one side to the other very quickly. So, basically you've got a bag with two sides that are very similar to one another. It's fast. It's going to push. It's going to, bully bags out of the way. It's going to be very hole friendly. So, it's all good if that's what you want. If you don't want that, drastic of a speed difference, or maybe you just don't need that drastic of a speed difference. If you're not a block player, then maybe you don't need it. And, that's about that. So break-in method. Mike Gonzalez, a friend of mine, gave me these bags. He had been throwing them for a few weeks now, and they just hadn't been breaking in very well. And I asked him if I could wrinkle guard them and take a stab at them and see if we could loosen them up a little bit. I did wrinkle guard them, and they feel very good right now. I'm very excited to get him to give them a throw once I give them back to him and see if he likes it, because I think the wrinkle guard was the trick on that. The feel and design. So the template is smaller. It's a little bit bigger than the Kutt-Throat, but not that noticeably bigger, and it is smaller than the Viper. So it's like in between those two bags. It's not quite as small as a Kutt-Throat, not quite as large as a Viper, for instance. And so you've got a little bit of a smaller template, and the fill is super small. It's really comfortable. It's, you get a grip super easy. It comes out of your hand really clean. I think if you like that small fill, then you're really going to enjoy the way this comes out of your hand. The design. This is it. Right now, they've only had one release, and this is it, and this is the release, and there are no other colors right now. And I don't know if they're just taking a stab at it, throwing the bags out there to see if they gain popularity, or if they just haven't made another run at it. But I think these are probably 6 or 7 weeks old now when they were bought. So then, as far as I can tell, they haven't had another release with this bag design. So that's basically it. Oh, price. So these cost $100 plus shipping, which was exactly in line with all their other bags that, Kontraband, basically it's $100 for whatever bag that they have. And that's about it. So basically, if you like a fast bag, there's not a big drastic speed difference from one side to the other. Super comfortable in the hand. So that's about the whole deal. And yeah, great. So we're going to pop over to the boards and get you a look at how they play. No surprise, they are fast. And that's it. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, airmail drag that like button, leave a comment, and we'll see you over on the boards.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you a quick look at these Cameron Belvin KOs by Kontraband Athletics. They pretty slick looking bag. Little amendment to my previous review, I think the materials that they're using here are actually the Widow material. I think maybe both sides, just without the dots. So if you can imagine what that, the old Series 1 Widows, very similar to that. So see how they throw. See you over on the boards. All right, and welcome to the talent portion of the show. Throwing here with a friend of mine, Tyler Roth. We are actually having a regional blind draw, and it was a lot of fun to see some faces I don't normally see on Tuesday night, and Tyler showed up, and so I grabbed him to throw some of these awesome KO bags from Kontraband Athletics. They actually the Cameron Belvin edition, which shout out to her. She just finished first in her bracket at the Mesa Open, so big shout out to her. She performed really well, and throwing these really good. She wasn't throwing the KOs. I think she was throwing the Kutt-Throats, if I recall. And who knows? It's funny. Board conditions change quite a bit. I know that the board's conditions in Mesa started out fast, but by the end, everyone was seeming to be throwing their faster bag. So I haven't really spoken. I wasn't down there myself. Didn't really speak to them down there, but onto these bags. These bags are super lightning quick. They are probably 75% broken in. I think that they'll slow down. Right now, they're, to me, playing like a 7 on the slow side and an 8 on the fast side. They'll probably break all the way in and probably go ahead and walk back to that 6 that they say that the bag should be playing at. These are going, once they're broken in, they are going to feel like Gen 1 Widows. If anyone's thrown Generation 1 Widows, they are going to feel like this. They feel the same way in the hand. They're, less the dots, of course. The Gen 1 Widows had dots, but there are some times where you can't tell the difference between the fast side and the slow side, and the same thing goes with these bags. They are really hole friendly. They will absolutely go in from anywhere on the board. For me, it's more of a in or off scenario. Either I throw them off, to the left because I'm trying to tone back my throw quite a bit, or I'm jacking airmails. There's anything in front, they're super hard to control. I do think that they're gonna calm down a little bit when they're completely broken in. I got these bags from my friend Michael Gonzalez. He's has a set and he's trying to break them in, and I talked him into letting me wrinkle guard them because they were taking a long time to break in. And when we got done wrinkle guarding them, they felt much better. And that's about it. They're hard to get. They only have one release. This was the release that they had. They didn't sell many sets of them. If you have them, they're great. I don't know what Kontraband Athletics is going to do. I don't know if they threw them out there to just sort of like get a vibe and see what's going on, or if it's going to be into their permanent rotation of releases. But I do think that this bag has a place in their line. If you're, I think, fully broken in, I think they will be a beat down from the Kutt-Throats. They will be a little slower. And if you are a person that wants to throw Kontraband Athletics, I really think that this could fall into that range. I think that in certain humid conditions, they'll probably slow down just like the Widows do, as it's really close to the same material. And that's about it. So we're going to wrap up here. If you like what we're doing on this channel, do me a favor, subscribe, airmail drag that like button, and leave a comment. I like all that. And let's see if we can finish up here. All right, guys. Bye.